my friends, welcome to my review of the new Marc Jacobs Marvelous Mousse Transformative Foundation. Do I look transformed? Do I look like a new woman? That's gonna lead into the review here. Okay, so this Marc Jacobs foundation is $55. Now, I've got some definite positives to this foundation, some definite negatives to this foundation, and at the end, you can decide for yourself whether it is worth 55 bucks to you. Okay, so let me tell you what this foundation claims. On the box here, it says that it's transformative, it says that it's lightweight, it's full coverage, and it's luxurious. It better be luxurious for 55 bucks, right? So I am going to read to you from the Sephora website what it says about this foundation. It says what it does: reveal skin's ideal complexion with this nutrient-rich, full coverage foundation that transforms from a lightweight creamy mousse into a matte feather-light powder for a flawless finish, infused with hydrating ingredients like coconut water and amino acids. This formula derives its velvety texture and transformative properties from Marc's exclusive melt-on technology. So the melt-on technology is an innovative blend of dynamic ingredients, including sweet orange extract, that enable the formula to glide on smoothly, melt on contact, and transform into a featherweight, full coverage powder. And it says Sephora is the only place that you can buy this foundation. Let's talk a little bit about the deceptiveness of this marketing, okay? First of all, now I'm not hating on it, okay? There's definitely some positives. I'll get into this in a minute. This is how it comes. But let me tell you, when I think of a mousse, I think of like mousse, all right? Like mousse. How in the world is that a mousse? Marc, how's that a mousse? You tell me how this is a mousse. This is, that's like cream. It's cream. It's a foundation. There's no moussiness to this at all. It doesn't feel like a mousse. It doesn't look like a mousse. And if it doesn't feel like a mousse, smell like a mousse, act like a mousse, it ain't a mousse, Marc, okay? It's not a mousse. So, that's the first thing that surprised me about it. Now, the next thing is, in my opinion, and you'll see in the little demo, you can decide for yourself, I don't think that this is full coverage at all. I feel like it's more of a medium coverage. It is a really nice medium coverage. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's definitely not full coverage, at least for me. And I know there are a lot of people out there that have more skin problems than me and may get this with the impression it's going to be full coverage, and it's just not. You know what, let's just go ahead and get into the demo, and so you can see and judge for yourself, and then we'll talk about the rest of the review in a minute. So we'll jump into that demo right now. When I began applying this foundation, I originally was using this Real Techniques brush because I just didn't want to invest in the Marc Jacobs brush. And there's a reason why you should not be using this brush, and it's because when I use this brush, it goes on ridiculously streaky, and maybe it's because I'm used to using a beauty sponge or a beauty blender or whatever you want to call it, because I use the Real Techniques one. But this just goes on super streaky, so I stopped using this and started using my beauty blender-ish thing. So I'm going to use that today to apply, and you'll see how easy it is to apply with that. But I don't know if the coverage would change if I did use the Marc Jacobs brush. So just kind of keep that in mind as I apply. So as you can see, it's very, very solid. It's definitely not a mousse consistency. And when I put my sponge in it, I can push pretty hard and it just comes off like normal, okay? And then so you can see how the coverage looks. I'm just gonna this is what I normally do, is I just kind of spread it around my face, just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit down there, a little bit over there, and then I just kind of blend it out. And again, this might give more coverage if I was actually using their brush. And I do tend to go over my lips. I don't know why. Habit from when I was younger. I don't know. I guess it's just my feeling that maybe it makes my lipstick stay on longer. I don't know. So that's how one coat of foundation looks. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks if I try to build it. So I'm going to put on a second coat. Ring, 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 ring. And kind of try to build it up. And let's zoom it in so you can see the details. So the first thing you may notice is that I need to get my eyebrows done, and that's the truth. But we're not talking about eyebrows today, so I felt like we were safe. So you can still see my freckles. Most of my darkness, like my redness around my eyes, is gone. You can see it's kind of bleached out my lips a little bit. So there you go. That is the coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and put some powder on so you can see how that looks. So I'm not used to looking at my face like this in the camera, it's kind of weird. But I'm going to use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in medium, and my IT Cosmetics powder brush, which is amazing. But you can see, let me just put on the one side. So I only put the powder on the right side of my face. So you can see there isn't a whole lot of difference as far as how matte my skin is. This is just a little bit shinier, but if you wanted to do without a powder, you could probably get away with it. I personally love to use a powder because I feel like it just sets my foundation, it makes it stay on longer, but you don't, I mean, it's not that huge of a difference with the powder with this foundation. And just for the fun of it, we'll do the other side. Well, not for the fun of it, just to make ourselves even. Ourselves, like you're doing it too. Just to make myself even. Got multiple personality disorder up in here, ourselves. So that is the face and how that turned out. Of course, I look dead right now because I have no color. This is like my blank sheet of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, the claims on this, I don't know as far as the ingredients, of course. I don't know if it has any, you know, benefits for the skin. One thing I feel like a lot of companies do is they want to make you, want to eat the product. So to mention coconut, to mention orange, you're like, oh, I like to eat coconut. I like coconut flavored ice cream. I would like coconut in my foundation. Or I like to drink orange juice in the morning. I might like orange in my foundation. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a marketing trick. You know, I don't know if it actually has those properties, but I'm guessing that that they don't really do that. But I don't know. I'm not a chemist. So, I mean, that's just one thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have this in number 22 Bisque Light. I didn't mention that. It matches my skin tone perfectly. I absolutely love the skin tone, the way it matched my skin tone. Now, let me tell you another positive about this, because I've been hating on it. So let me tell you something really positive. This stuff lasts on my skin forever. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I put this on 8 o'clock in the morning, well, really, 7:30 in the morning. I'm putting this on at, 7 o'clock at night. I still have foundation on, and that is unheard of on my skin. I don't have oily skin, I don't have dry skin, I have normal skin, but I never have foundation last all day long, and this stuff lasts all day long. It's awesome in that way. So if you're looking for long-wearing foundation, you've got it here. You're looking for a full coverage foundation, you don't have it here. If you're looking for something to transform your face into something else, you don't have it here. As you could see in the demo, it did have a relatively matte finish, but I really like the way it looks with the powder on. I don't feel like it gives me that powdered look that I enjoy. So that I'm not, I'm not falling for that one. But if you like that little bit of a dewy finish, a little bit of that, I don't know, dewy finish. If you like a little bit of that look, then you'll probably enjoy it without a powder. I just don't feel right without a powder. I don't know, maybe it's just, being in the habit of using a powder, but I just feel like I need one. As far as the application, now my Real Techniques brush is very similar in shape to the Marc Jacobs brush. I'll put a picture of the Marc Jacobs brush right there so you can see what it looks like, and I'll also put a picture of the Real Techniques brush so you can really see they're very similar looking brushes. Are they the same? I have no idea, but the Marc Jacobs brush is like $48, and I'm not. That's just stupid. I'm not getting that. Especially when I really do like the way my beauty blender, not beauty blender, but my Real Techniques sponge really blends it out nicely. So, that's just a personal choice. If you decide to purchase this, you may want to try to purchase the brush, but I'm just not going to invest in that because I'm happy with what I've got. Overall, I am very happy with this foundation in that it gives me a medium coverage that I personally love. I love a medium coverage, so that makes me happy. I love that it lasts so long. Do I feel like it's worth $55? No, I don't. I feel like this is worth maybe $25 or $30 as far as it's nicer than my drugstore foundations. Let's put it that way. So I would think that this should be a high-end product. This should be something you should have to invest more in to get this kind of look, but I don't feel like it's $55. Know what I'm saying? Overall, this is a win for me. I am keeping it, but price point is a little tad bit high. I don't think that it lives up to a lot of the claims that it claims to have. I hope you enjoyed that review of the Marc Jacobs Marvelous Mousse Transformative Foundation. If you did, give this video a thumbs up so it can get more exposure on YouTube and so that I know that you enjoyed it. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you subscribe. I put out about 2 to 3 videos a week, beauty reviews, mostly new stuff that is coming out of the drugstore and at Sephora, and also a ton of subscription box openings if you're interested in that. So thank you so much for watching. Mad love, my friends, and I'll see you in a video soon. Bye!